What is the history of Federal Triangle architecture in Washington, D.C.? Have you ever wondered how the Federal Triangle in Washington, D.C. became a symbol of the nation's capital? This area, shaped like a right triangle, is bordered by Pennsylvania Avenue, Constitution Avenue, and 15th Street. Its architectural story is rich and reflects the city's growth from the late 19th century to the 1930s. Initially, the Federal Triangle had commercial and industrial uses. The Washington City Canal turning basin and the Center Market were prominent features. However, poor drainage and flooding hindered upscale development. The first significant public buildings in the area were the old post office and the district building, now known as the John A. Wilson Building. These structures were built between 1890 and 1910 and marked the beginning of a federal presence in this part of the city. The modern Federal Triangle we see today took shape during the 1920s and 1930s. This development was part of the McMillan Plan, which aimed to beautify Washington, D.C., and was inspired by the City Beautiful movement. The plan designated a 70-acre triangular site for a group of monumental federal office buildings designed in the Beaux-Arts style. This style emphasizes classical elements like columns, symmetry, and grand scale. In 1926, President Calvin Coolidge signed the Public Buildings Act, which revived the vision of the McMillan Plan. Treasury Secretary Andrew Millan collaborated with leading American architects to design the new buildings. Construction began in 1929 with the Department of Commerce building, even as the Great Depression was starting. This effort provided jobs and stimulated the economy. By 1938, 7 major federal buildings were completed. These housed agencies such as the Departments of Commerce, Justice, and Labor, as well as the National Archives. The buildings are known for their monumental neoclassical architecture, featuring Ionic columns, grand entrances, and extensive ornamental details like sculptures and murals. The National Archives building, designed by John Russell Pope, is particularly notable for its dramatic setback and large interior courtyard. The Federal Triangle project was also significant for its urban design. Initially, there was a proposal for a single massive building encircling the area. However, the final plan included individual buildings connected by arches, arranged around plazas and traffic circles. This design maintained street flow and created a cohesive public space. Today, Federal Triangle stands as one of the largest and most cohesive examples of neoclassical federal architecture in the United States. It symbolizes the federal government's presence and Washington, D.C.'s role as the nation's capital. The architecture reflects a careful balance between functionality for government offices and monumental design that conveys dignity and stability.